Hi again. Back to books about martial arts. And the book we're going to discuss today concerns a very important aspect of traditional martial arts, and that is kata. Kata is usually translated as the formal exercises of a particular martial art. And these are a set of drills, patterns, techniques which are put together in various ways to pass on the essential techniques of that system down through the generations. Now, back when most of the martial arts were originated, there obviously wasn't much in the way of visual material. They could make sketches and things like that. There was no photography. And also a lot of the teaching was secret. It was passed on in secret. So the kata were a way of preserving and passing on some essentials. And it's always been said that the kata, particularly in karate and those type of martial arts, contain some of the most deadly techniques there are. Very lethal techniques, and also some very practical techniques. Most of the kata in karate are usually individual. They're performed on their own, but some martial arts have the kata where there are two-person kata, and particularly some of the weapons training, it's a two-person kata, but it's a very formal way of doing it. So the book that we're going to talk about is this one, 4 Shades of Black by Gavin Mulholland, and it's about Okinawan Goju karate. So it's very specific to this martial art, although many of most of the systems have kata. They all have different ones, and in Goju there's a core 12 which form the syllabus, and they've been passed on, modified over the years and so on. And this book examines 4 of them in detail. The meaning of a kata is normally called a bunkai, the explanation, what it actually means. And in theory the kata don't change, although they do over the years and they evolve and so on, but they're supposed to remain fixed to an extent. But the bunkai can change, and it can have lots and lots of different meanings. For example, a technique which on the surface looks like a block can be an escape from a hold, or it can be a hidden strike, and this kind of thing. So I remember when I was training in Japan, and Higuano Sensei, after one of the classes, took me and Baki Slopsha to one side, and for about well over half an hour he showed us different bunkai from one of the kata, and not even all of the moves, just a few of the moves, the numerous ways you could interpret them. And another time, just one of the techniques, the Mawashi Uke technique, he went on about all the different ways it could be applied. So another thing about the book is Mr. Mulholland explains the meaning of the names of the kata, and these are quite a difficult thing to appreciate, and I never really got to the bottom of what all the names meant when I was doing this stuff, and I did look and I researched it and got people to translate the kanji and so on, but the author has done a really good job of actually finding the meaning, because the name of the kata is a clue to what it actually represents. And just for an example, one of the ones that he's talking about, in particular, the Seiunshin, he talks about what the name means. I'll just find it here in the book. It's a very detailed book. Seiunshin means trapping and control, and chin means fighting. So those two things together give you the meaning of the kata. So it's really good from that point of view. Apart from the traditional aspects, which are important to anyone who's really studying the syllabus, the author goes into the real world application, and he's worked on the doors for many years and has experience. So he takes what seems to be the traditional kind of choreographed kata, and he does pad drills, partner application drills and so on, ground fighting, standing, everything, and makes a really good case for the practical application of the kata. The photography in the book is excellent. I'll just find some examples. It's all black and white, and it's very atmospheric, and it actually reminds me of the photos Astrid Kircher took of the Beatles in Hamburg. That kind of lighting effect, really beautiful, and great book. And my main comment is, I wish this book had been available when I was training in Goju, because it's very illuminating as to the meaning of what you're actually doing in the kata. I recommend it.